In an exclusive interview with Win News, Tasmanian cricket star James Faulkner has declared he doesn't want to be a one-test wonder. But for now, the all-rounder's attention will remain on the shorter form of the game. He has his sights set on another World Cup, this time a Twenty20 I caught up with the 25-year-old late last week before the Aussies departed for their warm-up series in South Africa. Faulkner's recent one-day tour of New Zealand was cut short due to a hamstring injury.
It was niggling for a little while, and I was putting up with it in the 2020 during the Big Bash, and then it was hurting throughout that Indian ODI series, and then it went properly in the first game in New Zealand.
But the all-rounder says he's now fully recovered.
I've spent the last 2.5 weeks up in Brisbane doing my rehab and being, I suppose, watched like a hawk. So it's all part of it. Anytime you get injured, you have to come back, and hopefully I can get back on the park and perform.
Faulkner admits it's been a tough summer with a lack of red ball cricket and a number of niggling injuries preventing him from pulling on the baggy green again.
I haven't really ticked off as well as what I would have liked, so I'd like to not be a one-test wonder. That'd be a nice tag to get rid of. We'll see what happens in the next few years.
But currently, Faulkner and the Aussies are focused on the shorter form of the game ahead of this month's Twenty20 World Cup in India.
Looking at the group, I know every single one of us have got the point to prove. I don't think we've performed consistently enough in our T20 cricket, and I think with the team we've got going over to India, there's no reason why we can't take and win those crucial moments and perform.
Currently in South Africa for warm-up matches. Following the World Cup, Faulkner will stay in India for the IPL before returning to national colours for series against Sri Lanka and the West Indies.
It's a very heavy 4 months.
Labelled as the finisher, it's a tag the young gun is slowly learning to deal with.
I think it's like growing up in the schoolyard. You have no choice what your nickname is, and that's what we are. At the end of the day, we're here to entertain, and people watch us, turn the TVs on and watch the boys play. So they can call me whatever they want. As long as I'm performing and contributing, I'm pretty happy.
But for now, his sole focus is on the World Cup and says host nation India deserve to start favourites.
I think the amount of Twenty20 cricket they play, especially in their own conditions, they're very hard to beat.
The Aussies' warm-up series against South Africa begins later this week.